You know, you got this fantasy in your head about getting out of the life and setting the corporate world on its ear. The fuck you gonna do except hustle?
I've been crushing the buildings as on socks.
It's on you?
So independent, I might buy catch. I might not stop. Place cap. 76 floors, you can call me the doc. Hey, remember the doc place 76? Dr. J. So I got the 76th floor in the joint. So I like 76 floors, you can call. Whatever.
Hot 97 Jay-Z. You know
Say when. Say when. Inspired by Bosky, I'm a chariots of fire. Everybody took shots, hit my body up, I'm tired. Build me up, break me down, to build me up again. They like, Hov, you need your back, so we kill your ass again. Hov got flow, though he's no big in Pac, but he's close. I'm posted when they got me fighting ghosts. Man. Yo! Same shit, they night you, they gon' good night you with. That's only half if they like you. They ain't even the half what they might do. Don't believe me, ask Michael. See Martin, see Malcolm. You see Biggie, see Pac, see success in his outcome. See Jesus, see Judas. See Caesar, see Brutus. See success is like suicide. Suicide is a suicide. If you succeed, prepare to be crucified. Media medals, niggas sue you, you settle. Every step you take, they remind you ghetto. So it's tough being Bobby Brown. To be Bobby then, you gotta be Bobby now. Now the question is to have had and lost better than not having it. Man. Turn that up. Yo! Turn up for me.
Hot 97, you heard? You know what it is? Funk Flex Jay-Z.
Yeah. Everybody wanna be the king, the shots ring, you laying in the balcony with holes in your dream, or you Malcolm X'd out, get distracted by screams. Everybody get channeled my jeans. Everybody look at you strange, say you change, like you work that hard to stay the same, Game stayed the same, the name changes, so it's best for those to not overdose on being famous. Most kings get driven so insane that they try to hit the same vein that Kurt Cobain did. No dangerous, so shameless, invited to the intersanctum of your chambers. Low chambers, the enemies approach you, so raise your drawbridge and drown them in the moat. In the spirit I'm evoking, hold on. Everybody screaming they want the old ho, but the new improved ho hit like Alvin Pujols. Everybody wanna hear me talk that money like Phil Rizzuto, but my mind is on Pluto. Bills that I do for, I now invest on, trying to find some loopholes in the IRS. It's where I used to have a few hoes. I am just concentrating on making a new hoe through sex. I've awakened just in trying to school those, boot those, trying to follow in my shoes with juice bros. Better adhere to this text where you go. Broke, spending more than you've accrued on silly baguettes. I know silly baguettes, silly, you're learning your own. At least my conscience is clear, I'm no longer steering you wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with baguettes after you get a home. Take care of your home. You can go back and getting courted by the bosses, the Eggers and Doug Mosses, Jimmy Eyes and Lee Orses. Gotta be more than the courses. They respecting my mind now, just a matter of time now. Operation take over corporate, make over offices, then take over all of it. Please may these words be recorded to serve as testimony that I saw it all before it came to fruition. Sort of a premonition, uncontrollable hustler's ambition, alias superstition. Like Stevie, the writing's on the wall like my lady, right, baby? Thought over force, but y'all thought I was crazy, maybe like a fox from KG. The more successful, the more stressful, the more and more I transform the golden gecko. In the race to $1 billion, got my face to the ceiling, got my knees on the floor. Please, Lord, forgive him. Has he lost his religion? His degree gon' get him. He's having heaven on earth, will his wings still fit him? I got the Forbes on my living room floor, and I'm so to the motherfucker, I want more. Times most influential was impressive, especially since I wasn't in the artist section. Had me with the builders and the titans, had me right with Booty Murdoch. Billionaire boys and some dudes you never heard of. Word up on Madison Ave, I'm a cash cow. Word down on Wall Street, home when you get the cash out. IPO Hov, no need for reverse merger. The boy money talk, no need to converge further. The baby blue mad back like I own Gerber. Ballroom, I'm lifting your skirt up. The corporate take.
Biggie had a famous quote, you know.
Because the streets is a short stop. Either you're slinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
And one of the best players we know with a jump shot was Michael Jordan. He became a billionaire, you know, in recent years. and one of the most famous crack rock dealers we know, Jay-Z, who changed his life, obviously.
Yeah.
Has recently become just became a certified a billionaire, we should say, from the Forbes recent assessment, because some would say he's already been there, but there's also investments and other monies that they don't always know specifics on.
Right.
And we know it's a dual income because his wife Beyonce got some money too. Specific. But officially he has been certified a billionaire.
Yeah.
In all his endeavors and things that he went through.
What I read on the article I read, what they threw into it was obviously all his businesses. So the title, they threw his catalog in it. I guess he owns those masters or whatever. So his catalog, like $50 million in real estate. Obviously, the title of the Rock Nation Sports. He has $70 million in Uber, and they throw his art collection into it too.
Right.
So when they put all that, it's over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion. So congratulations to him. First hip hop artist to do it. First person from hip hop, we should say in general. Right. Diddy was there. Diddy was right there. Dre was right there. Jay got to it first. Yeah. That's a big deal. And like I said, also still, even to this day, though, people still say, well, he's a drug dealer.
Sure.
Or he's he's this, he's that. So I wanted to get your perspective on, like we were talking about earlier, like when Donald Sterling spoke about Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Or when, even though millionaire, billionaire, how we're still perceived. And also I was thinking too, like Chris Rock said it best when Chris Rock said,
in my neighborhood, there are 4 black people. Hundreds of houses, 4 black people. Who are these black people? Well, it's me, Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z, and Eddie Murphy. Only black people in the whole neighborhood. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. Me, I'm a decent comedian. I'm all right. Mary J. Blige, one of the greatest R&B singers to ever walk the earth. Jay-Z, one of the greatest rappers to ever live. Eddie Murphy, one of the funniest actors to ever do it. Do you know what the white man that lives next door to me does for a living? He's a fucking dentist. He ain't the best dentist in the world. He ain't going to the Dental Hall of Fame. He don't get plaques for getting rid of plaque. He's just a yank your tooth out dentist. See, the black man gotta fly to get something that the white man can walk to.
That's true. Yeah, I mean that's the way the society set up. Period. Like we have to be, like to get to regular, we have to be exceptional. But so if we're gonna get to $1 billion, imagine how much further we're gonna have to go. I mean, I do think though it speaks to just his determination and his savvy and his spirit to. Again, I don't think the hustle mentality has ever left him. Right. Just how he getting it changed. So, like it's if you look at how everything went in his life, especially when it comes as far as the street to music transition, like when the math made sense is when he said, all right, I'm gonna just rap. Right. It wasn't like, hey, I need to lean these drums alone and right.
Could make 40 on per brick, but one rhyme could beat that.
It's like, okay then, I could do this, and it's legal, and it's smoking what I'm making over here, and it's something that comes naturally easy to me. Right. Then then I'm gonna do that. But then once he's in there, it's like, oh, so wait, now doing this opens this up, right, and that up, and that up. Okay, now I'm getting all that. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to other artists, they just happy to be a rapper. Like, I'm in the game, I'm making records,
or
I'm
they
doing
do
shows.
The simple stuff, like a lot of rappers would do endorsements for a liquor, or something. Where he's like, I have a partnership with this company that has this liquor. This is my their brand, right? And Memph Bleak is the CEO of his liquor faction or whatever you want to call it. So, Bleak, which he always said, he's
Bleak could be one hit away his whole career. As long as I'm alive, he's a millionaire.
Come on. Yeah. Emery got out of jail for doing what he did.
He gave him the
clothes and the merchandise.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Tata's in there somewhere. He's had a security problem. Yeah. But so he put his boys on. He put he got family in there, and You know, and we learned what he did for Lil Wayne. We learned what he did for Meek. And, you know,
and that's what I because I'm like, you know, everybody knows me, I'm a Super Bowl fan, and but that's what I love the most about what he's doing with this money, you know?
Right?
Or like, you know, in you know, the prison reform and you know what he's really trying to educate the people. I mean, the whole 444 was straight dropping gems to my people.
Yes.
Whether it was about being straight up in your relationship, or whether it's about how you know what you should use your money on, whether it's about realizing the reality of how you're looked at by white people, where we go wrong, and what we focus on and stuff like that. You know, is one thing. And what I like about that is the most is when you go back and they say, like, you know, these rappers, they rap about drugs, so they're teaching kids, you know, to emulate them and do drugs, and not do drugs, and sell drugs, I should say. Well, now it's actually to do drugs. That's what they do now. But you know, back then it was about selling, you know, selling drugs. But it's like, it's funny how they say that that's what the rappers do. So to watch him now say, nah, like, let me show y'all how to come up. Really, what it is, I think that's brilliant. But again, to your first point, yes, like, just to make it, we have to be twice as better to get where they get just off their privilege. Right. And that's not to say that there's no white people that work hard to do
no, of course.
I mean, they do, but I mean, but truth be told,
right.
White person has a dream. Black person has the same dream. They both have the same capabilities. They show the same amount of potential. When they start that race, there's gonna be things, and you know, there's gonna be the black guy. It's gonna be 100-yard dash for the white guy, but the black guy's race is gonna have hurdles. So, and the thing is, sometimes the black guy wins,
right?
But that's just because he's so much better than the white. But then you look, like, exception is exception because it's rare. If everybody, if there was a million Jay-Z's, then we probably wouldn't be in this predicament that we are, you know. So you know, it's like, I don't think they mind a few slipping through the cracks.
So what do you think Jay's next move?
I don't know. Because he does everything. Like, I mean, the only thing he doesn't
does he get a team? Do you think he get a team or something somewhere, or?
I don't think he wants to. For one, I think with teams is hard now because of Roc Nation Sports. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, that's why he even sold his stake in the Nets then. So I think owning and saying that's a huge conflict of interest. But I don't know. He does so many things. I think the thing that he hasn't really touched the most, I mean, he's been in movies, but like, I would like to see, like, a black-owned, a Jay-Z-owned movie production company. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where, like,
well, they were saying, when the Harvey Weinstein situation happened, they were saying he was going to take over. Cause I think he did the Khalif Browder story was under him. But they were going to do a Trayvon movie. Right. And that's what Harvey was working on next. And when, obviously, Harvey had to step down from the Weinstein production, I think Jay was... And I don't know if he has Rock Films or something like that, but his company was supposed to be taking, and we really haven't heard much more from that. And yeah, and going back to your point too about Ava, he could put some money up to get her into some things that
way, and then she has the autonomy, right? You know, and that, you know, and that's what I would like to see. But I mean, he does have his hand in a lot of stuff that purely makes him money, a lot of stuff that helps people. You know, like he's doing, you know, a bit of everything. So, and like, you know, and on top of that, still to maintain, like, he's gonna turn 50. Let's say we look at all these accomplishments and stuff like that. What other rapper that you know that if he was to release a song on his 50th birthday, that everybody running to go hear it? That's true. And like, I mean, he still right now has his hand, like, around hip hop, like, where he drop something, it's selling, people are after it. Like, who else his age making records with, you know, LL make a record and people be like, okay, right, you know, any these rappers that is around his age, it's like you that's a testament to how ill he is, and like, you know, how he's been able to adapt to the times but still stay within who he is. There's a lot of people who who performed in the music game from whatever genre. But as they got older, they tried to hold on to youth too long.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? They tried.
And that's the thing, because he grew.
Yeah.
Like 50, for example, because 50 was like, oh, we don't want to hear 444. We let the kids have fun, yada yada.
Yeah.
But Jane was like, well, I'm not a kid.
Right, that's not my truth.
So
right,
talk to the kids.
Right, yeah.
Whoever listens is gonna listen.
Absolutely.
If the little pumps and the littles and whatever want to do, they're gonna do fine.
Yeah.
But I'm talking to my fan base, who is now grown as well, because remember, he was 26.
Yeah.
When Reasonable Doubt came out.
Exactly, right. He didn't start as young as again.
And he was already a grown man, kind of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and even on Reasonable Doubt, he was saying some gems.
Yeah.
You know, so
even back then,
it's not far fetched. It's not like this is something new. Like oh, now all of a sudden Jay is conscious.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, he's always had a story to tell from the
right,
perspective of someone who was hustling.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's not new. And then his hustle became.
I bought some artwork for $1 million. 2 years later, that shit worth $2 million.
Not even great bars,
right?
But he really did it, and he's also one of the, like, to speak to your point about if he released something, he's also like one of the few that when he says something, we believe him.
Exactly.
We know, like
it's not a shock value type thing. It's not. It's not. Oh yeah, this is just maybe something you saw when his friends do.
Right. Like we were talking earlier about, like, you know, Pusha T. Like he always talk about the drug game and stuff, but it's like, you know, even like Drake called him out. He was like, "Oh, you got a couple chops. Now you to get El Chapo."
Right. And then your brother really, your brother and your cousin really was the,
But when we hear the stories with Jay, he shot his brother, and he did, and he explained the 92 bricks at the there's the B-sides.
Sometimes he's only making 1,000 a joint. That ain't no money, but that ain't their point. So those 92 bricks was only 92,000. So y'all can close your mouth. It ain't nothing for y'all to wow.
He made it seem like it was still lightweight, but it's like, dude, any rap, and I've never been in a drug game for, you know, but anybody lose 92 bricks of cocaine is not gonna live to tell that story.
Nah.
And even if they were 1,000 a pop, you had $92,000 to give back to the Connect to clear yourself, and it was before you gave him the money before he could even say I'm killing them. Like, so it's still a story.
Right.
I might be one of the few that was because he mentioned it, and it was funny because somebody hit the other day, he was talking to you, because that's always been. The 92 brick thing was always something I held on to, like, how you lose 92 bricks and
you in one piece,
you still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like this is, but he tells his life, you know, 444, Lemonade for his wife. They were telling us, there's what they went through. You know, it was a reality show album. You know what I'm saying? Like they give us, so he's one of the few that when he does say stuff, we it's hard to doubt it. We be like, sounds far fetched, but it's Jay. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and then you feel like even B, like the Coachella joint that they put on Netflix, instead of her getting paid for the show, she owned the rights to the video so she could make it a Netflix special.
Because she knew she was going to make more bread off that.
You know what I mean?
I'd be like, y'all don't got to pay me for this. I'm about to take this. Just give me the rights. Right. I'm going to take this and turn this into
something more.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And now she got a Netflix deal. They're going to release another video, another thing on there later. So that might come next year. Yeah, something else is coming. It was like a 2-thing deal. So they got the Coachella joint. Who knows what else? The other one could be a something new she do.
Right.
But just think about that Coachella performance. She owned the rights to it. So they put the video on Netflix and the audio on Tidal.
Right.
It's like an album.
It's album and
it's a
Netflix.
movie and you know what I'm saying? So from just when so Coachella payment could be whatever. Here's your check, performer. Thank you for blessing the stage.
Right.
We're done with business.
Right.
No, she was like, I need this footage. I'm also documenting the performance.
So y'all don't gotta pay me to sing and stuff.
Right.
But this, I own that.
And she did the same with Uber. She owned equity, so when they went public, she got the money too. So they mentioned, like you said, Jay got such and such from Uber. She got a separate thing too. I don't think that was the same amount.
Right.
So again, like I said, dual income.
They said she worth like 335.
She's up there too.
Million. Like
she up there too, and she's making deals too. Granted, it might be his influence, what have you, but hey. Whatever. I got a wife that's moving like I'm moving out here. She getting equity in companies. Yeah. She getting the rights to her masters of video and media for whatever she want to do with it. So that's a power couple.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like the people, the plug and the scammer, the stripper, the bartender. That's no. Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's a power couple.
The scammer and the stripper.
That's it's like the thing. Because he a scammer and she a bottle girl at the club, and all goals. Nah. J and B, that's goals. Right?
I don't even like that word.
What, goals?
Relationship.
Oh, goals.
But the way you're using it and the way we use it, then I see.
Yeah.
But nobody else's relationship should be goals.
No, for sure.
But as far as what you can say though is what you said. They set a good example. Of of ownership and really maximizing what they have to offer and what their brand is.
Yeah, because they know like owning it, like their name. Yeah, she did Coachella. But it's like it would have been just a Coachella performance.
Right.
Mm-hmm. She turned it into a documentary about her coming back from after the babies. And getting her body back. And this was her first performance since that. So it became a whole story.
And this also now became the biggest thing that happened to Coachella.
Right.
So, I mean, because Coachella's been going on for mad years.
Yes, that's true too.
But there's nobody's performance has ever been talked about.
I know women
and it won't be going forward.
I know girls that watches it, practice it, studies it. Like I'm gonna do the dance steps, listen to the music.
Both are setting a great example of how to own, like I said, to own things and to maximize their potential. But I mean, he's 50, so but I don't see him stopping. Conquering anything, you know what I'm saying? So, and also he's setting a great example for his children too.
Yes.
So, I'm interested to see like what they become or what their paths are, because they have they're obviously two creative and ambitious parents. But yeah, I mean I'm happy for Jay. Like I mean and again especially too because what he does. So like a lot of people. Like make money and they just make their money and they live.
Stay away and be just isolated. Yeah,
because remember what they said hip hop was gonna be. They said, "Oh, this is cute, and this will last for a couple years, and then we'll get back to the real music or whatever the case may be." Right. But now, like they get. They have this brunch. These people that are legends in this game or key players in the game, and it's like, look at what we're doing with this hip hop. Right. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
And it's older guys. A lot of them have ownership of things. Yeah. Something more to show than I'm just a musician. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's big about it too. And going back to like what we said about 50. He is a contradiction because he should be a part of that, right? But him saying, well, the music still is a kid's game, and it's like we got to get past that and stop pushing our older guys out, especially when they got something to say still, like a Jay. Yeah. The 444s and stuff is important.
Yes, it is.
Because we grew up with that, and it's also dropping gems to like people our age have kids.
And don't get it twisted. I don't think Jay-Z, as much as he knows his music is going to perform well, I'm sure he knows that there's going to be especially a large percentage of the youth who are not jumping to hear that. Right. Especially with what they're saturated with. Yeah, right. When you hear that.
And it should be a place for both. Right. We shouldn't just say, nah, he's too old now.
Right. So he knows. But I think Jay says, you know what? Whoever's going to listen is going to listen. And I feel for me, it's my duty to educate and to put these people on. It's stick to who it stick to. Right. I'm not gonna not do it just because I don't think anyone's gonna.
Too old. It's
right.
It's a kid's game.
So that's why. I don't think 50 should have. I mean, at the end of the day, if you think it's good, it's good. Like don't be like, oh, we don't want to hear. They're not trying to hear that. Whoever's not trying to hear it, whoever, then if they we have to get they'll have to learn these lessons another way. You know what I'm saying? But salute that it's available. You know what I'm saying? Salute that word is getting out.
Right. So and also salute to Jay. Big accomplishment, big deal. That's what I'm doing. Mention. That's definitely a big deal. I mean, when you put the B on your name, you got a billionaire. And he's been talking about it. Speaking it into existence, The
motivation for me is then telling me what I could not be.